Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all okay. No, this isn't the same video as last time. I have changed. Well, I say I've changed. It's a few days later. This hoodie has been washed, don't worry. But hi, welcome back. If you're new, my name's LJ. Yes, I know my skin is looking very, very shiny. One, that is because of the lights, and two, my skin has been quite dehydrated lately, so I've just piled a load of serum, creams and oils on. So yeah, we're gonna just ignore the glow that's going on my forehead at the minute. But today is a video that I have been asked to film quite a few times, or people have asked me like hints and tips a few times, and it is my hair care routine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you like my hair care, what I do to my hair, and then give you a few like hints and tips as well. So let's start with my hair care. I wash my hair probably about every 3 days, which I know some people will be like, oh my god. Yeah, I wash it about every 3 days, and I use L'Oreal Elvive shampoo and conditioner. It's the one in the green bottle for greasy roots and dry ends, because I do get, like, I get oily skin, I get oily hair, and I have bleach and colour on my ends, so obviously my ends are a lot drier. And like I say, I do wash my hair 3 times a week. I always shampoo my hair twice. Sometimes I shampoo it 3 times, because sometimes maybe about once a fortnight, depending on when I've recently had my hair done. If I've had it done, like, the further away it gets from me having it done, like when my toner starts to wear off, I do this once a week, and it is the L'Oreal Elvive Purple Shampoo. Sorry, my washing machine is driving me up the wall. It's been on for ages. It's trying to spin the bed in and it's not working, so please ignore that noise. But yeah, I use the L'Oreal Purple Shampoo, and like I say, I sometimes wash my hair 3 times, because I still like to wash it twice with my normal shampoo, and then the blue shampoo, purple shampoo, whatever you want to call it, I use as like a toner. So obviously to me that is an extra step, that isn't a cleansing step. And what I do, shampoo my hair 3 times, twice even, then apply the blue shampoo, leave it to sit. I tend to do it when I'm in the shower, so I can have a quick shower while it's on, rinse it off, apply my conditioner, and then I tend to like shave my legs and stuff so that my conditioner has time to sit, because it is only a surface conditioner. But as I said, I do have bleach on my ends, so my ends are slightly drier, and it just, if you leave it on a little bit longer, it lets the steam open up the cuticles, lets some moisture in, and it smooths everything down. Now what I do, I used to do this probably once a week to once a fortnight, but now my hair is in a lot better condition. I did have colour correction about 18 months ago, so obviously I had to do it more frequently then. Is I do a conditioning treatment, and I use one of 2 conditioning treatments. I use one that is by Revlon. It is a professional product, but it is available, I think it's on Look Fantastic. Whichever one it is, I will link it down in the description, and it is called Revlon Unique 1. And this is actually another one of their products. The conditioning treatment is upstairs, but it has 10 benefits to it. A lot of them are sort of visual, so like frizz control, shine, it's easier to brush your hair, detangling, and it can help to repair. It can help to visually repair the dry and damaged hair. If you've got dry hair, it does help. Damaged hair, the only thing that's going to help is to have it cut off. Sorry, I know some people, I get a lot of people that come into the salon and go, what can I do for my split ends? The only thing you can do is to cut them off. There's products out there that can help smooth them, can make them appear reduced, but once the hair has split and it is damaged, the only thing to help it is to get rid of it. So yeah, but the Unique one does have some hair benefits as well. So it works into the inner, not just on the cuticle, which is the bit of the hair that you see, like the smooth bit, that is called the cuticle. It works into the inner cortex and things like that, and it repairs the inside of the hair and helps pack in moisture. So like I say, if you've got dry hair, that it can really benefit. It has also got sunscreen protection in it, so it's got UVA and UVB filters, so it protects against both types of sun damage, which your hair and your nails, your skin, your hair is all made up of the same stuff. So if your skin can get sun damaged, so can your hair. So obviously it is something you need to protect against. So that does help with that. Even living in the UK, we get sun sometimes, so obviously it does help. So yeah, like I said, I used to do that once a week to once a fortnight. Now I maybe do it once a month, just like I said, to keep up on top of my hair care, and just to give it a nice shine and smoother appearance. And then what I do tend to dry my hair with a hairdryer. Not always. I have got naturally wavy hair, so if I want to leave it more natural, what I'll do, I just dry the roots mainly and then leave the ends to dry more naturally. But what I will do, this product that I just gave you a little sneak peek of, is the Unique One hair treatment, and it is a leave-in treatment. And what I do, I squirt 2 pumps into my hand. I mean, you've all seen the length of my hair. It's probably, when it's not in a ponytail, down here. So obviously I've got a good length of hair, and I've got quite a good thickness as well. So 2 pumps may be too much for people with thinner hair, but I use 2 pumps of this, and then I use this little bottle, which kind of looks a bit like cooking oil, but I promise it's not. It is natural argan oil from Morocco. There are argan oils, macadamia oils and things like that you can get. Please make sure you are not allergic to nuts, because that can you can have a reaction from a hair care product if it contains nuts and you are allergic. And I use half a pump of this. I've had this since Easter weekend, and it is now, what date is it? So it is now the 12th of May, so I have had this about a month now, and I've used half a pump every time I've washed my hair, mixed with this on my hand, mix it together and put it through, and that's how much I've gone through in a month. So it's definitely going to last me a while, but like I said, I tend to mix that through in my hands and put that through, and then either leave it to dry or blow dry it. And when I blow dry it, I tend to start with roots first and then go through to the ends. One, because especially if I want volume, I want to get the volume in there before the hair dries, and then the smoothness can come afterwards. Yeah, so I tend to blow dry my hair, like I said. Sometimes I leave it to dry naturally. The brush that I use is this. It's looking a little battered, a little worse for wear. It is, I want to say Tangle Tamer. It's got a handle on it. It did used to have the name here, but I've had it that long it's worn off from use. And it is quite a lot like a tangle teaser. I won't say it is pretty much a tangle teaser, but it's very much like a tangle teaser in the fact that it's got some shorter bristles and some longer bristles. As you can see, it helps obviously brush through hair when it's wet and when it's dry. This is practically the only brush that I use on my hair. It's what I use to put my hair up today, and it just helps smooth through the hair. One thing I will say, if you have quite knotty hair, please work from the ends up, because you're just damaging the hair just by dragging the brush through. Even these kinds of brushes that are made for tangle teasing and things like that, getting rid of the tangles, you still need to be careful with your hair. Your hair is so fragile. So yeah, that is all that I use on my hair regularly. Sometimes I will use this, which is Sugar Lift by a Wella Professional. It is a volumizing sugar spray, and I use that when I want a nice big curly bouncy blow dry, nice and big. Yeah, I use that on my roots and my ends, and it smells gorgeous. The Wella products smell so lovely. They are so like fruity. Yeah, smell really nice. So like I said, that is the only products that I use, and a bit of hairspray sometimes, and I very rarely use hairspray. I'll use it when I'm wearing my hair like this, nice and sleek, so it gets like any little waggly bits in, and then I will use a light control one when I first curl my hair, and that will be it. But as for hints and tips, there's only a few tips really that I've got for keeping your hair as healthy as possible. These might not work for everyone, but these are the ones that I tend to swear by. They're the ones that I tell my clients personally. And my first one, straighteners. If you are using, well, any kind of heat tool really, you need to be using a heat protection, and that is why I love this, because this is one of its third on the list, heat protection. So I like this, and that is why I like to put it on before I blow dry, because it's protecting me again from the heat on my hairdryer and the heat on any styling tools. If you're not using anything like that, you do need to use a heat protection spray, like I said, when doing any kind of heat tools. And your heat tools, when my clients ask for recommendations, I never give them sort of a specific one. I mean, there is ones that I really love, the ones that I use all of the time on myself and on my clients, but the one thing that I do say, get one with heat control, because let me show you, my straighteners, my tongs, everything have a heat control. This is my Fabulous Pro wand. It's got the on-off switch here, and it's got this dial that I don't know if you can see moving around in the window. It controls the heat setting. My straighteners have 3 different heat settings on them, just because your hair doesn't need to have 220, 230 degrees on it all of the time, especially if you've got fine hair. Even if you are using a heat protection, if you are using 230 degree heat on your hair, over time you are going to get damage, and that is where the split ends come in, and that's when you're probably going to have quite a bit cut off, even if you don't want to. Yeah, so that is the one thing that I always say to clients. Heat tools, make sure you're using a heat protection spray, and get one with a heat control on. And apart from that, the world's your oyster. You can spend as little or as much as you like. The next thing I will say, don't be afraid of dry shampoo. I know some people absolutely love dry shampoo. There is a limit to dry shampoo. I would only use it 1, maybe 2 days if I'm using it one day as a styling product, and then the second day for like to get a little bit longer out of my blow dry. The one that I use is this one, and it is the volumizing one by Superdrug. Looks a little like this, and it does work. You do get volume from it. And what I tend to do, especially if I'm wearing it curly, if I wear my hair curly, the next day I tend to find that the roots around here, like where you sleep, like where the pressure goes on your pillow, can tend to look a bit flat. So I use a little bit of this, and I mean a little bit, it only needs a little bit, just to lift my hair, and it makes such a big difference. It makes your blow dry and your curls look fresh again. And then, like I said, I use it for what it is meant for stopping hair look too greasy. Don't be scared to use it, and don't be scared to use it for styling as well, not just for dry, like as a dry shampoo. Like I said, I use it for volumizing. There is a lot out there. I know Batiste do a volumizing one now. So yeah, dry shampoo, don't be scared of it. Do not be scared of it. Another one, try to limit the amount of hairspray that you use. Not to the fact that you don't have to use it all of the time, but like I have this one here. I'll show you my two, they're both near enough out actually. This one, obviously, as you can see, is a lot smaller. This one is a firm hold one, and this one is a natural hold one. I will use the natural hold one more than I use the firm hold, because when I come to brush my hair out at the end of the day, this obviously brushes out a lot easier, whereas the firm hold one, if you put too much of this on and then try to brush your hair at the end of the day, you're just going to break the hair off and damage it. You're going to end up pulling the brush through, and because the hair is literally that stiff, it's not going to want to move. Especially this one. This hairspray is like super glue. So yeah, you need just be aware of how much products you're holding and what controlled hold you're going for. Like I say, I tend to go more for the natural hold. That's why I've got a smaller one, a larger one of this, just because it's easier for you to comb out at the end of the day, and you can layer that. Whereas this, if you layer it, you're gonna look like you've got a helmet head. So yeah, and my last one, which I know a lot of people still do this, is try not to wash your hair every single day. I know some people find that hard, especially if they've got fine hair, but the natural oils in your hair that are produced from like your hair, your scalp, they need time to be able to produce. It's a bit like your skin. If your skin gets oily, because obviously it's trying to overproduce, and that is what can happen with your hair. So a lot of people say, I can't go longer than 1 or 2 days because my hair gets really greasy, and that is because your hair is trying to overcompensate, because you're drying it out with product, shampoo every day, every other day. Your hair is overproducing the oils to, like I say, to overcompensate for what you are doing to your hair. So it is natural for your hair to produce oils. I know it doesn't look that great. That is what this is for. But yeah, so that is like my hair care tips. The things that I use in my hair, I tend to use these if I'm just lounging around the house, which are the original ones are called Invisibobbles. I love those ones, but I don't buy them anymore because the cat loves them, and I went from having 3 to not being able to find any. So these are really good. They don't pull the hair. As you can see, they stretch out quite a bit, but put them in some boiling water and they will shrink back down. So I tend to have one on my wrist. And the other bobbles that I use, obviously I've just got a normal bobble in. They tend to be these ones. These are from Primark. They come in about a pack of 50, and they don't have any metal on them because the metal in hairbands can cut into, especially if you wear your hair too tight, it can cut into the hair and cause breakage at the band point. So I hope you enjoyed this. I am gonna stop now. That I could talk about hair all day, so I'm gonna limit myself. If there's anything you think that I've missed or anything else that you want to know, do leave me a comment in the comment section down below, and I will maybe do another one. Or if there's any questions you want to know about hair, whether it's colouring, styling, anything like that, do leave me, like I say, a question down in the comments, and I will maybe do like a hair Q&A in a month or so. But if you did like this, if you've picked up anything from this video, please give me a big thumbs up and hit subscribe. I do tend to do more makeup, but hair is my original love. It is what I went to college for. I have been doing it since I was 16. So yeah, I will try and do more hair videos, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!